Assalamu alaikum sir and my dear friends, for you all, I hope you all are good. Stay safe from corona and stay safe at home. Let's get into the video. Assalamu alaikum again. Today I am going to explain about a very important topic is kinds of leadership. Before entering into the topic, first we have to know what do you mean by leader and what is leadership. The first thing is, what do you mean by leader? A leader is a person or superior who motivates, who encourages, who intake initiate or who give help to his subordinates or group of people in an organization is called leader. The second point is, what is leadership? A leadership is an activity to influence a group of people, or it is an ability to influence a group of people and help them to achieve their goals successfully. Let's move on to the main topic, kinds of leadership. Under the kinds of leadership, there are 6 types of leadership styles are there. The first one is autocratic leadership, second one is democratic, third one is laissez-faire, fourth one is transactional, fifth one is transformational, and sixth one is bureaucratic leadership. The first point is autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership is also known as authoritarian leadership style. Autocratic means, as the name suggests or specify, the authority. Authoritarian means who has the authority, right? For that means, for autocratic leader we called as a dictator. Why we called as a dictator? Because an autocratic leader only give order and he would like to work through his subordinates, and there is no proper consultation between to his subordinate and a leader, because a leader himself took all the decisions and action himself without any consultation of his subordinate, right? And he only directs his subordinates what to do, when to do, and how to do, and what are the works will be in future. All these things are directed by a leader, and a leader has the sole responsibility because he himself took all the decision and action, so he can't delegate his authority. Finally, the point is participation. As we discussed, there is no proper consultation, right? Let's move on to the second point, democratic leadership. Democratic leadership means, when one leader delegate his power and distribute it to his subordinate, he will be used as decentralized. Decentralized means, when one leader or superior separate his power and distribute it to his subordinate according to the work, so the work would be achieved successfully and efficiently. Under the democratic leadership, the second point is people-centered. People-centered means where the involvement of people is high. How to get the people involvement high is, we need to allow the people in every decision making and have to get the views, suggestion and feedbacks for more improvement. Under the democratic leadership, the third point is delegation and teamwork. Delegation and teamwork means, when a leader participated as a subordinate, then how he will be worked. He will be worked as a team. While doing like this, there will be involvement of interest is high and the result will be more effective than normal. And the leader always involved in every work, right? For example, Obama, before making any decision, he always discuss with his subordinates. After the discussion only he makes a decision, right? The third point is laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means let the people do as they choose. In laissez-faire, a leader does not direct to his subordinates what to do, when to do, and how to do. All these things are handed over to his subordinates. That means, a leader handed over is all the powers and responsibilities to his subordinates, right? So, while doing like this, the leader will be free and he only monitor his subordinates what they are doing according to the work, right? In laissez-faire, there will be complete freedom will be provided to the subordinates, so the work will be achieved successfully and correctly without any errors. In laissez-faire, the leader allows his subordinates to make a decision. When they make decision, the result will be more effective because they are doing the work from starting to end and they know where the problem will rise and how to resolve the problem, right? The fourth point is transactional leadership. In transactional leadership, a leader fixes a standard to his subordinates, so the subordinates should achieve the standard and work effectively, and a leader motivates his subordinates through punishments and rewards. For example, where a person achieve the standard, he will be rewarded. At the same time, where a person does not achieve the standard, he will be punished. That the person who get rewarded, he will get motivated by himself. Another person also will try to get motivated by seeing himself, and the punished person also will get motivated by seeing him. This what transactional leadership. Fifth point is transformational leadership. Transformational, as the name suggests, transformation. Transform means to bring changes. How to bring changes is to improve the employee morale. While improving the employee morale, the changes will automatically arrive. In this leadership style, a leader should take initiative to bring changes. Okay, the last point is bureaucratic leadership. Bureaucratic leadership means where a lot of rules and regulations should be followed, and the work will be done without any changes as per the rules and regulation, and they are maintaining the proper hierarchy and they are following the hierarchy, and the leader ensure the people should follow the rules and regulations. That's all the 6 points I cleared in this video. I hope you guys understand this topic through this video. Thank you so much.